Today, I'm gonna talk about what is deadweight loss. The deadweight loss is the value of foregone mutually beneficial transactions caused by the market inefficiency. A market is efficient if there's no way to make some people better off without making other people worse off. And here is an efficient market. Here's a price, here's a quantity, and the demand and supply curve, and where they intersect is equilibrium. And that is the customer surplus. And this is producer surplus. And we can see that all the producers and consumers got their surplus and there's no deadweight loss, which is an efficient market. So what will cause deadweight loss? There are three factors that's going to cause deadweight loss. First, price floor. Second, price ceiling. Third, the taxation. So let's talk about price floor at first. A price floor is a minimum price buyers are required to pay for a good or service. Here's the market diagram again. This is equilibrium. However, the government said it is too low. We need a higher equilibrium. So they put on a minimum price at here. And now the quantity of demand and the quantity of supply both changed. And the quantity of supply now is bigger than the quantity of demand because the sellers going to produce more. However, the price increased, so the buyers were not willing to buy that much. And this will cause surplus, the goods that cannot sell. And here we can see the consumer surplus is decreased and the producer surplus increased. And here's the deadweight loss. The foregone transaction turns into deadweight loss. And second factor, price ceiling, a maximum price buyers are required to pay for a good or service. Again, the market diagram. This time, the government said the equilibrium is too high. So they set up a maximum price. And this changed the quantity of supply and the demand. This caused a shortage because the price is too low, so the producers are not willing to produce that much. However, the consumers are going to buy more. So the shortage occurred. Now we can see the consumer surplus increase and the producer surplus decrease. And the triangle at there is the deadweight loss. And third, taxation. Here's the market diagram again, but this time the government said we are going to tax it. So they set up a tax, exercise tax. This is a tax on sales of a particular good or service. And the tax will shift the supply curve upward. Also the equilibrium. Let's take a seller as an example. He charges his good originally at $10, and the government taxed him $2. So now he could only earn $8 because $2 was being taken away by the government. So we could know that supply curve has been shifted up for $2. If the seller wants to earn $10, he have to charge his price at $12. But this price is above the equilibrium, so no consumer will buy it. In order to sell his goods, he have to charge his price at $11, which is on the equilibrium. Also, the quantity of demand will decrease because the price is increased. And the triangle here is the deadweight loss. The people who could afford this before but couldn't afford now. Now the price is $11 and the consumer surplus is decreased. The rectangle here is the tax revenue, and the price of the product actually received by the seller is $9. Producer surplus also decreased. And in the middle is the tax revenue, the money that was taken by the government. And this generates deadweight loss. That's all. Thanks for your watching.